Hey, Dr. A, how you doing today?
Hey, Chef Jay, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Excellent news. Good. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Um, so today's topic, a lot of guys are asking, will be on hair regrowth and how the hair regrowth cycle and how that works, and how if you're experiencing hair loss. I was talking to some people during consultations last week, and they're saying, "Hey, I'm waking up with hairs on my pillow. This is that a concern, or are people more should be more concerned about finding hairs in their shower drain?" So if you can go into the hair regrowth cycle a little bit, how it works and how it affects hair loss.
Well, let's just go right into that question. So, if I see hairs on my pillow and in the drain and in the sink, and I notice that my hair is thinning, should I be concerned? The answer is yes. 80% of men are going to have a genetic predisposition and they will have more hairs falling out. That's a fact. 40% of women will have the same enzymatic deficiency that will cause that same problem. So, yes, if you see hairs falling out and you've called us, it is a concern.
Now, it is normal to see some hairs. I mean, it's normal to lose about 100, 150 hairs per day. Isn't that right? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but the hair cycle, for each hair grows in 7 years and is replaced by a new one 20 times. How does that work?
Okay. So going back to the original question, which was, are those a problem? Yes, the hairs falling out are a problem. Now, do hairs fall out normally every day and replace as part of the normal hair cycle? The answer is yes. As you mentioned, 150 hairs every day will fall out. Now,
Yeah.
when you have the genetic deficiency that leads to the predisposition to have miniaturization, you're going to have more turnover of those hair cells, so you're going to have more hairs falling out. So
Yeah.
instead of 150 a day, you might see 450 a day. Now,
Yeah.
hair fall is not hair loss, right? This is what's tricky, Jay, right? This is where it
Yep.
gets tricky. Hair fall is not hair loss.
Sure.
When you're on our program, you will have normal hair recycling, which is 150 a day every day. Some people get nervous, but here's the things that people go through, Jay, this shedding and not shedding. A
Yep.
lot of times we hear this, the patients say, yeah, it used to fall out, it didn't fall out, it did fall out, it didn't fall out. Well, let me tell you probably what happens logically. We're going to use logic. Everybody has logic down here.
Hmm.
So, as the enzyme deficiency is causing more hair loss, yes, there's a period, a season, right? 3 to 5 years, you're going to see more hairs falling out. Then
Yep.
there's going to be then there's going to be a season, 3 to 5 years, less hair fallout. Why? As those hairs have miniaturized so much and they start to fall out and they're replaced, you don't see those baby hairs that are falling out. So 450, but half of them are going to be the baby hairs, and you say to yourself, "Yeah, doctor, I don't know if it's genetics because I
Yeah.
had it stopped." And then Jay, you start to see it again more because there's less hairs left, and every
Yeah.
hair that comes out, you then attribute the hair falling to hair loss, and you've put those two pieces of the puzzle together, and pretty close, but still far away, right?
Right. So, doctor, how can someone tell if they have hair loss? I
So
mean,
the first thing you need to do is call Jay, and then
yep.
find out, most likely you're 80-90% of us like the rest of us. So get your blood work done and let us
Yep.
calculate the imbalance, and then find the ratio, and then find a solution that will resolve that chemical imbalance inside your body. Once that, think of a swimming pool on the inside, Jay. Once we get in there and we repair the chemical imbalances inside the swimming pool, the fungus and the other things can't grow, bacteria, and then you start to the swimming pool's better. You can swim in
Yep.
there. Hair cells can swim in there. So it's about rebalancing the inside, and then the outside will flourish.
Yeah, it makes sense. So again, it's all about going in, getting that biochemical report card done. Doesn't matter why. Doesn't matter if it's, genetics, lifestyle. It's fixable, it's correctable if you address it sooner than later. Because, you know, degenerative hair loss is a progressive thing. And if you don't, get on it, it's probably gonna win. And you don't want to, forget about the hair regrowth aspect, which is great, but also the other benefits of the program are things people should be, you know, more concerned with and excited about that, staying away from preventing future, diabetes, heart disease, things like that. It's all related to what's happening inside. And the hair loss is just, a cosmetic indication of that. So just trying to underline that important thing is like, if you're experiencing any of these things, whether it's, physical hair loss, whether it's, lowered energy level, low libido, get the biochemical report card, book a consultation, get in there and find out the cause, because you can't treat or diagnose anything without finding out what's wrong, right, Doc? And the only way to do that is by getting that blood test.
You're right, Jay. That BRC biomarker report card, the biomarkers came from the research that was done by all the scientists all over the world over the past 6 continents in the last 20 years. Those optimal ranges were derived from all of that data that we have sitting in our computers over the last 20 years, combing through nutritional habits, tying those to your molecular chemistry on the inside, and then creating a solution, a compound based on your formula, and then watching those the biochemistry improve inside your body,
right?
And then noticing some of the nutritional improvements based on the habits. Now we have a gold mine of data that can help anyone that's looking for improvement. I mean, I think of professional athletes, Jay, that need some just small improvement, tweaks and improvements. I don't know if the modern man is up for that, but I imagine the athletes, the optimal candidates seeking those sort of benefits could approach us as well.
Absolutely. Well, Doctor, thanks for your time, and really appreciate you tuning in with us every week. And we'll get the information out there, and we'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Thanks,
All right.
Jay.
Take care. God bless, Doctor. Have a good one.
Yeah.